to my kitchen! With my last video, the audio quality, or lack thereof, was really kind of bothering me, so Yeti mic. Also, it's really dark outside. You can see that. So I got an umbrella light. Isn't that nifty? It really helps with the lighting quite a lot. This week's comment shout out goes to It's a Clue. Previously, I think it was Derpy Dog, but they changed it. So with that said, I'm gonna try to make some chicken soup today. I love to make chicken soup. I actually have my own recipe that I've kind of thrown together with different things that I've learned. I'm gonna try to make this today in my Instapot. Look at that. I have never made this soup in my Instapot. I have made a different chicken soup in my Instapot and it went really well. So I'm hoping that this one also will go well and maybe you guys could make this yourself. Maybe you can add it to your repertoire. So let's get started. I am very graceful. We're going to do pressure cook high for 34 minutes because our chicken is completely frozen. If it wasn't frozen, I would do this for 10 minutes. Now to get our ingredients situated. So what I like to put in my soup, as you can see here, 4 large garlic cloves, 1 whole small or half of a large onion, 2 to 3 celery stalks, depending on their size, half a small bag of carrots. I like to get the baby ones just because they're pre-peeled and very easy to chop. I will mince the garlic, chop up the carrots and celery into small manageable pieces, as well as the onion, and those will be the vegetables in our meal. I'm sorry if I offend any chefs out there with my lack of finesse, because my chefing skills are quite basic, I believe, even though I do cook quite a lot. I pretty much just know that garlic is good, and so are onions. So that's why those things are in this soup. If that lack of finesse offends you, I'm sorry, because it's all the finesse that I have. If you crush the garlic a little, it's supposed to be a little bit easier to peel the skin off of it, so that's why I was doing that just then. Oof, that's a bad one. We're not gonna eat that. We're gonna throw that away. Oh, there's another one. Oof, why are they all bad? This one too. Why? Why is all my garlic diseased? All of them. Okay, let's try again. 1 second. I didn't show it, but I do wash all of my vegetables before I chop them because I don't want a disease. Peeling garlic, 'cause we got to peel the garlic if we want to have good soup tonight. Have good soup tonight. Me and my husband have been avoiding people really hardcore the last 3 weeks. If you don't live in Oklahoma, you probably wouldn't know, but COVID is really bad here. And I'm immunocompromised. So we've been being very, very, very careful. I don't even go inside the grocery store anymore. I've just been doing that grocery pickup thing. It's actually kind of funny because we had my sister over. We hadn't seen anybody in over 2 weeks. I mean, of course my husband goes to work and whatever, so he sees people there, but outside of that, we haven't really done anything. My sister came over to watch The Mandalorian with us, and what ended up happening was while she was watching The Mandalorian with us, she got a text from her lab partner, and her lab partner says, "Hey, I have COVID, and so you might want to get tested." And so she left halfway through The Mandalorian. We were kind of disappointed. We hadn't gotten to watch the last episode with her because we'd been staying away from people. Because, well, first of all, my husband thought he might have gotten exposed, and then his coworker actually ended up testing negative, so that was good. But then after that, my younger brothers were like 2nd degree exposed to COVID, and so we were just being real careful about that, you know, staying away from them for a little bit until the 2 weeks had passed and nothing happened, so they were fine. And so finally my sister got to come over, and yeah, she didn't get to stay for very long. Okay. You want to mince that garlic, or you know, leave it in big chunks, you do you, but I like to mince it. I think it tastes better that way. Also, if you really don't care about the size of the chunks of your vegetables, you can honestly just throw all of this in a mixer and it would be a lot faster. But there's something cathartic about chopping vegetables. Sometimes you just want to do it, you know? And today is one of those days where I really just... I want to do something slow-paced like this, you know? I want to breathe and think and just slow down. Okay, those are our vegetables, nice and chopped. Yay! What we want to do now is we got the chicken out of the Instant Pot. I'm making such a huge mess. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're just gonna saute our vegetables in here and make a huge mess and throw carrots all over the floor and the countertops because that's part of the experience. We're gonna take our chicken and we're gonna tear it apart. Now that our chicken has been delightfully destroyed, this is not labeled correctly, but it is wild rice. So as you can see here, the bottom of the can is now brown, and that's what we want. We want the bottom of the can to be a little bit brown, like that. It makes the chicken very smoky in flavor and really, really delicious if you keep the chicken on top. Feel free to mix the vegetables in, but try to keep the chicken on top because it'll give it this beautiful dark brown color and kind of a more umami smoky flavor, which is just frankly delightful. So I've actually found that with the Instant Pot instructions, it takes a couple of minutes longer than it says it will. So I'm going to do it for 22 minutes for the wild rice. Outside of the Instant Pot, I will have to leave this on the stove for an hour, so cutting it down by a third actually is very appealing. Pressure cook. Pressure level low. Time 22 minutes. And we will see how it goes. Oh my goodness, that smells amazing. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I see the steam coming off of that. Oh, beautiful. big reveal, guys. Oh boy, that is a success. Man, it's so good. It's just as good as the stovetop version, but it takes less time. Overall cooking time is probably a little more, but I did use a frozen chicken breast, so that's why. But hands-on time overall is just so much less than the stovetop version. So if you have an Instapot, or if you're interested in getting an Instapot, link in the description. I highly recommend. I mentioned in my last video that my Instapot has changed my life, and boy oh boy has it. Especially with COVID times, you know, we've been trying not to eat out so much, trying to limit our potential exposure with how bad things are getting recently. And the Instapot has made it where my life isn't terrible having to cook every single day. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you made the soup, I hope you enjoyed the soup. If you did so, please hit that like button and the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to me. Thank you so much for joining me on my soup journey today, and I will see you guys next week.